Growing up, one of my favorite things to do was to go to the grocery stores with my parents, and they would let me pick out whatever drink I would like. I would walk the aisle, felt endless with my tiny eyes. I'd see different styles, different flavors, anything I could choose from. I often found myself as a kid picking out the bug juice of the week, but as I matured and I got more better taste buds, I'd find the finer flavors with drinks like Sobe. I get no more comforting feeling than looking at those two lizards 69ing. I would even walk down the street to go to my corner store to buy a pack of baseball cards and a bottle of Jones. Luckily, I've been seeing a lot of Jones sodas still in major stores being sold, so that brings a warmth to my heart. Lately, however, I've been finding myself to veer off the high sugar and caffeinated drinks as I'm old and it caught up to me. All the drinks that I slurped through throughout my youth. The heart can no longer take it, but sometimes I like to give myself a little bit of a treat. I deserve it. So I picked up a bottle of Snapple. I know they got rid of the glass bottles. Everything's going plastic. It's fine. Whatever. I didn't care. I was eating my chicken nuggets. I was drinking my Snapple, and I thought, wait, nothing pairs better than a meal with a nice little fun fact. I crack open up that cap. I look straight down and I see nothing. There was no fun fact. You could go to their website still and you could get an AI generated fun fact, but come on, Snapple. I'm not using your AI to generate my own fun fact. That was your job. I went back to the same gas station the other day just to take a good look around at what actual drinks I could have chose from, and there's just nothing. There's no style. They all look the same. It's the same drink, different packaging. I swear it's not me. I took my youngest brother to the grocery store. I said, pick whatever you want, whatever looks good to you. And he grabbed the most plain bottle of Sprite. Listen, I know a bunch of these old drinks we used to grow up with were not the best for our health, but if I'm gonna be chugging and downing a bunch of Red 40 and terrible ingredients, at least let me have some fun, goddammit. Minimalism has to be one of the worst things to hit company graphics department. Such a plague. It looks horrible. The rebrandings of all these companies. Oh, we're not represented by our logos anymore. We're represented by our service, our great service. Newsflash, companies. Your service isn't as good. It sucks as much as your new logo. Don't worry, I'll get you guys in another video. For example, I remember when Sprite used to look like this. The nice gradient color, the little lemon on it. You saw that in the back of the fridge, you're grabbing it, you're drinking it, you know what you're getting. It's Sprite, but I feel like the can definitely added to the flavor. Now with their new look, it just looks like I'm drinking TV static. Better yet, I feel like I could get the same effect by drinking a LaCroix next to a CRT TV. Yep. Here's another example. Imagine I sit down and I rebrand my whole channel to a minimalistic style. It would look something like this. Today we're going to be going over some classic Excel formulas that are no longer being used in the 2004 model, as well as we're going to be going over some fun, awesome Microsoft Word fonts. Starting off number 1, we got Times New Roman. There's an elephant in the room and I got to address the two. Coca-Cola. Classic as always. I don't really have much to say about it. They kind of cemented themselves to be timeless, so I don't really have any gripes with them. I think their branding, they're already there, so they don't really need much to be added or to change. Yeah, that's that. But then we got Monster over here who's hasn't stopped since the early 2000s. You could stack all these cans and make your own artwork out of it. So many different flavors. I know they came out with a coffee brand. I think I tried that, the Javas. I remember when they first released, I had one. I probably shouldn't have had that much caffeine in my body as a 16-year-old, but hey, made skateboarding a lot more cooler when I was sipping on that nice Ja. Recent studies show that 1/3 of kids from the ages of 12 to 17 are now drinking energy drinks regularly. I'm not going to judge because I used to grow up on my fair share, but can you imagine a 14-year-old showing up to school drinking one of these bad boys? In middle school, I'd be carrying around whatever the flavor of Sobe that was that week, as well as the big bottle of Arnold Palmer iced tea, you know, the one with the golf ball. When classes are over, I'd swing on down to the soccer fields for practice as I pull out a lukewarm bottle of Powerade. That doesn't look right. That's better. Yoo Hoo! Where's my surge heads at? Crystal meth? No, Crystal Pepsi. And where are the few Orbitz enjoyers? Rise up! Come on! Don't stand up too quickly now. We don't want those blood pressures rising. Growing up as a kid who has a crazy lactose intolerance, my best friend, Yoo Hoo.
Which soft drink gives you all that, is 99% caffeine free, and tastes delicious? Yoo Hoo. Great taste with nutrition.
Yoo Hoo is probably the worst thing I could have put in my body as a kid, and I still choose to put in my body as an adult just for the nostalgic factor. I mean, the branding, the name alone, it just looks amazing. It's just watered milk, watered chocolate milk. Who remembers Orbitz? I was probably not even a year old by the time they were actually discontinued. But looking at them, I could see the charm, but I also could see why it failed in only 2 years. The colorful balls, I don't think anyone was ready to drink something like that. I don't think anyone now is ready to drink something like that. I don't have nostalgic to it. I just think it looks cool. I feel like nowadays you're better off just drinking a boba. But hey, you go 90s. This drink separated the men from the boys. The men were drinking the Surge while the boys were drinking their little Mountain Dews. I know Surge came back and then vanished again, but I was able to pick up some. I can see why it was gone, but the legacy still remains. By far one of the coolest sodas I ever saw was the Crystal Pepsi. And I know they brought that back, but a lot of people were saying it's just not the same and it tastes different. I know you can buy your own versions. You can buy the OG still in bottle. And I know there's a lot of people who drink that as a channel. I will not be doing that because knowing my luck, I will be dead by the end of the first sip. But if you remember Crystal Pepsi, you're an OG in my book. Now, if you remember Pepsi Blue, you're not just an OG, you're the OG. Let me know what your experiences were drinking a Pepsi Blue, because honestly, I can only imagine it was like my first time drinking like a Mountain Dew Code Red. Oh, are Mountain Dew Code Reds going to become a nostalgic drink?
Mountain Dew Code Red. Live by the code.
Luckily, I could sleep easy knowing that I will probably still see Huggies on the shelf, even to the point where I'll be giving my own kids Huggies. So that's one thing we got, and I'm hoping they don't take it away from us. Mark my words, they will not pry it from my cold, dead. I know I'm missing a bunch of them, so here, moment of silence for some honorable mentions. Back to the video. It may just be my rose-tinted glasses, but I do really miss the array of flavors and different designs these bottles would have. But all hope is not lost, as there are still some brands out there that keep the industry lively and refreshing. For instance, you got Liquid Death, Murder Your Thirst. The branding and the packaging could sell you to just drink a canned water. Of course, they got other varieties. They've been moving into iced tea and such, but that just shows how far good branding alone can get you in the industry. Another contender in the Liquid Death corner, we got LaCroix. These are a hit or miss for a lot of people. Unfortunately for me, they hit. And they hit my fridge almost every day of the week. Unlike the new can of Sprite, I do enjoy drinking my little TV static in a can, and I will not be judged for it. And over here we got brands like Poppy, an all healthier alternative to soda. Albeit the claims might not be as truthful, but they sure look cute and lively. Like, look at that can. It's adorable. If you stuck around for the whole video, I appreciate it so much. I want to do a big shout out to the recent subs. I know this channel's been getting a lot of support lately, and it truly means a lot to me. I have big projects working on, but I really wanted to get a quick video out just so I can have something to fill the void when the time comes. Other than that, stay nostalgic. See ya.